welcome to the Rime Buddhist Center's Dharma Talk podcast, Achieving Peace Through Compassion. This podcast is a recording of the Dharma Talks given during our Sunday service.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. Welcome this morning. And so first I would like to say thank you for everyone here as well as Zoom. Really, thank you so much. And especially would like to thank you for Rime Center and Lama Met, as well as all the members of the centers and supporter of the centers. I really always appreciate, grateful. So now today is the topic is about the Mahamudra introduction. So first I thought, well, I'm going to do some supplication prayer to the lineage master as receiving blessings. So then after that, we'll have a short meditation during this time. And then after that, I'm going to talk about little bit about some words about the Mahamudra. And then if we have time little more, I would like to have some QA. So please, then that also very, very, of course, helps to the myself too. So now, before we're going to do this supplication, which is I'm going to do in Tibetan, invoking great masters, especially lineage blessing of the Mahamudra lineage, Milarepa, including everyone. So now what you do is, of course, you all meditators, so you have to meditate during this my supplication time. So the resting first, the body, try to relax, nature state, sitting comfortable, wherever you are, on the cushions, on the chair, wherever you are. Be aware about your body, needed relax, rest, day inside as possible. Then resting, after that, you are breathing. Maybe you can breathe a couple of times, inhale, exhale. Breathing, needed resting, nature state. Then third one is the mind and the heart. Also remain into the nature state. Just be aware about everything is happening in the mind and the heart. Everything is okay. It's nothing wrong. Try to not chasing after the thought. Try to not judging about the thoughts. Try to not creating thoughts. Just whatever rises, just watch it, remain deep insight meditation. So now I'm going to start my supplication prayers in Tibetan. ma je dang go je da ye me ba kai la cha cho go do je cha je ya je sen se je dong we so Lama Chera Dawara Senjalo Shasa Yudalo Tede Chela Brahma Pama So Dela Shera Samboya Sense Jedon So Lama Charan Tawa Sinja Champala Hare Lama So Shesara Jakawa Cho Keba Naro Benche Yante Sense Jedon So Lama Chera Dawara Sinjalo Lotra Londo Yodo Nije Damba Pula Jo Dajara Marpalo Zaya Sense Jedon So Lama Chera Tawa Sinja Dola Che Kala Dai Chara Pa Ninja Dhamma Tsota Pa Jeba Durja Yai Sense Jedon So Lama Chera Dawara Sinjalo Shadala Gambi Dosa Wase Je Chabla Jin Chemi Jemi Beja Boya Sense Je Dongwe So Lama Chera Dawara Sinja Papa Mo Chera Nyo Gai To Samo Sangha Je Te Ka Je Ran So San Je Ya Te Sense Je Dongwe So Lama Chera Dawara Sinjalo Sande Onge Sozo Dedo Dedo Kendo Yon Lai Cho Tenchi Chuje Koye Ya Sense Je Dongwe So Wande Lama Chera Tawa Sinja Neja Zo Nye De Den De Na Padar Je Chanda Ye Me Jamgo Tele Lundo Yan Te Sense Je Dongwe So Lama Chera Dawara Sinjalo Neja Zo Nye De Den De Padar Je Chanda Ye Me Be Jamgo Chuje Nawa Ya Sense Je Dongwe So Wande Lama Chera Tawa Sinja ne je zo ni de den de na pa do je chan da ye ga chen do je chan che ya che sen ze je do we so Lama Chara Tavara Sinjalo Neche Zor Nide Dende Pardo Je Chanda Yere Mirbe Tuche Sanje Nyemba Ya Sense Je Dongwe Sowande Lama Chara Tavara Sinjalo Neson de dando dola sinjelo, jemin jen choran zedos. Senkro ala shembalo parasho, nani muran sarcho. Leyon dola recho parasho, malum yirmi topas. Yera semi chuka toparasho, jela mo kume nantai. Sedaba nyambara sinjelo, la nasin kunde mali. Chusaja chembiro nyam. Shu. Saden de la pemba madu, sanda yandan java kalanjo, jeja mada javo, chunje denja savya janzu, chujen jasun je remola, kala de shendu ka mendo sum yere mada jevara ngeja, tava nyodo, jima nebe tuso yendo mada paron doge. Lela nyamle mongla tsindu tabo mejen baro tsindu mada dunga jinda dandore jenje kala dada. Doye Chana Namge Londa de Rasa Mabshe Veja Nyurjo Do Dejanar de Jabon Dojo Na Nonjo Zada Nishi Jimen Chiwa Tenya Kanda Kandoya Lende Tama Shindo Jiso Dang Rido Kurwe Dunge Samna Nilon Dabo Da Baba Mo Tibe Shodan de Samda Ninja Dabo Shimpenje Judo Majena Tumla Me Uche Menjo We Samgundo De La Nende Zo Rang Liu La Gue Jabo La Shenjur Me Je Densa Mazen Makandu Kurma Mindi We Li Dam Je La La Nende Zo Lama Gursam Rinpoche La Migwe Je Nima Mashan Salaje Chuje Menjo We Semmigwe De La Nende Zo Semni Je Nangpa Yangpa La Namdo Ke Tinzo Maten Chenye Je Sakara Mitra We Semmado De La Nende Zo Sonye Shenje Novo La Mulam Je Sedo Maze Godo Chen Chewe Menjo We Jengwa De La Nende Zo Nangwa Da Nyambe Semje Tangje Lo Chu Zon Do Vare Semje Labdos Cholam Don Do Vare Semje Labdos Lan Chuba Sa Vare Semje Labdos Tuna Yishi Zon Cha Vare Semje Labdos Wasa Saja Chenpo Choge Ngado To Vare Semje Labdos Chewa Gondo Yanda Lama Dan Jami Cheche Bala Long Cheche Sada Lam Je Yende Razo Ne Dorje Changi Kwabanyar Do Sho Sanjo Semne Rinpoche Maje Banam Chejo Che Cheba Nyamba Me Bai Kone Kondo Me Wa Sho. We already did the meditation part of Mahamudra, which we call the practice on the cushion, or whatever we call the practice of Mahamudra meditation. So, practice of Mahamudra is very important. Without, according to practice point of view, the lineage, the blessing point of view, without the practice, it is very difficult to realize the true nature of Mahamudra. Another way of saying true nature of our own mind and heart. Another Mahamudra. The meaning of Mahamudra means nature of mind and heart. So the practice is very, very required, So therefore, in the Mahamudra teaching says, some maybe have time to meditate long hours as possible, which is nothing wrong. They can keep it always, whatever practice for every day doing for hours meditation, which is wonderful. And there is some, there is not enough time, whatever, due to a lot of, activities, working and so forth. But those can be practice meditation every day, 10-15 minutes, not much. Just 10-15 minutes is really, how to say, I'm speaking sometimes very direct, okay? You sometimes may get. Oh, so what I mean is 15 minutes, really, we need to switch off our phones, switch off the computers, whatever it is, Or unless there is some emergency, then it is no choice, that's it. Other than we have to really switch off 15 minutes. 15 minutes, nothing going to be held down, anything. Nothing going to be happen. So now we have a little challenge in our life, right? So what I'm trying to say is 15 minutes, as I mentioned, I'm talking about the practice part. 15 minutes resting our body, relax, the number one, you have to experience the body is really relaxed or not. With the breathing, continue breathing, relax, body deep, free from all pain and uncomfortable, whatever. Then, second thing is try to the breathing, the speech. Breathing needed to relax. Breathing deep, nature state, really. You can experience your body and mind, heart, but sometimes you don't feel like I'm breathing. So that much has to practice. But it is breathing always. The subtle level is always breathing. If not, then we cannot be alive. That's very clear, right? But there is a certain deep breathing. It helps to the really body settle down. Then it settles our mind and emotions, really relax deep. So that means 15 minutes walking, the meditation. Once we sit in nature state, Mahamudra, really. So Mahamudra is what? It's like a space. Space is boundless, free from everything. There's no boundary. There's no color. We call the space is blue, but actually it's beyond the blue. The actual nature, true nature of the spaces. So likewise, what we're talking about, our mind and heart, is like a space. Free, has to be free like a space. Boundless. Free from all the thoughts. Then the resting mind deep in that state. And they rely. So then that practice is everything. Mahamudra meditation is there. We can do at home like this. And somebody maybe have an opportunity if you go outside, if you have a wonderful space, look at the space more, look at eyes, look at the space, open eye, look at the space again. Nothing else. Just look at it, just watch it. Don't worry about what's happening or not in the space. Your mind and heart, which is we call the here, right? Whatever. That's another question. What is not? That's a different. So here, mind and heart. Then you breathe out. Just let go mind and heart, merging with the space. Merging with the space, relax. Watch it again. See how far you can remain there. Then relax. Then sometimes the energy of the space You bring back to your heart and mind, merging with your heart and mind, all the energy of the space, and then relax. That is the best practice. Everybody can do it. Then we can learn from there what's happening. As I said, our Mahamudra, the nature of the mind and heart is space. If we understanding that, if we realize it, if we experience it, that is matters. Not only the intellectual. It's a wonderful intellectual. Start from intellectual, but we have to go beyond the intellectual. Heart and mind can experience. My heart and mind is like really open, like a space, boundless. Then you look at the space again after some time. Then what happens? Cloud comes. Maybe not. But it is possible. Cloud will come back. Matter of time. Right? Then you just have to look at the cloud. Have nothing to do with the cloud. We already seen the nature of space is boundless. Boundless. No colors. No boundaries. Now, look at the cloud. Cloud comes. Remain the mind and heart as a space. Then look at the cloud come. Then suddenly time, cloud goes away, disappears. Then again, few minutes comes back again. Continue, Maybe there are sometimes lots of clouds possible. Sometimes maybe no more, few clouds there. Sometimes the clouds remains little long, possible. Sometimes not. It immediately goes away. Depends on the energy of the air. Right? The energy moves, the air moves in the space, whatever the energy of the earth, then the cloud naturally back to disappears, dissolves. Cloud goes where? Nowhere. It dissolves back to the same, wherever it comes from, the space or the earth, it dissolves, goes back there. So then you look again, then watching in the heart and the mind. There arises so different thoughts. Just watch, look at again. It's nothing to do with your true nature of the mind and heart. Thought is always comes, goes, comes, goes. That's the reality nature of the thoughts. Reality nature of the mind and heart. No one can stop it. It comes, goes, comes, goes. So then practice again and again. Then that thoughts it doesn't matter whether comes, whatever thoughts of the present, future, past, comes, goes, comes, goes. It doesn't really bother us anymore. No. So likewise, our thoughts, all the past thought, present thought, future thoughts, like a cloud. So we remain our mind and heart like a space. So then there is sometimes, maybe beginning, little bit distraction. The thought rises, cloud rises, possible. There's nothing wrong with that. Gradually practice this again and again, resting nature state mind like a space. Then one day, cloud rises or not so much different matters. Oneself have to have some kind of experiences inside. So joy, so free, completely free. Experience some kind of dear insight, unbelievable peace, which we cannot really buy from somewhere, which we cannot expecting from somewhere, which is come from within oneself. It's nowhere. It's nothing come from the masters. No, according to Mahamudra point of view, no. It comes from within ourselves. It is already there. We haven't yet realized it. We haven't yet practiced it. We haven't thought about it. We haven't studied. It's already there. So therefore, again practice this, which I try to explain the practice part first. Again and again practice then one day, gradually, thoughts are not so matter. It doesn't really disturb at all. Rather than the disturbing, thought rises, it more supports the inner meditation. Any thoughts, doesn't matter thoughts. Beginning thoughts, little bit challenge. That's a reality nature. Continue practice, and then these thoughts are no longer. Thoughts have become a really support to inner realization, inner development, inner increase the qualities. So that much practice. Practice, of course, somebody, as I mentioned earlier, 1 hour, wonderful. If not, just 15 minutes every day. 15 minutes maybe someday be very good meditation. What I mean is no distractions, no disturbance, no distraction, anything. That is possible. That's okay. There's nothing wrong. Just accept, just let go 15 minutes and relax. And someday, maybe not. Maybe lots of thought. The 15 minutes is just kind of so many thoughts there. Then what I have to do as a practitioner, just look at that, just let it go, relax, move forward, and just leave it, and that's okay. Nothing push oneself, and start it tomorrow again, 15 minutes. So there's the 15 minutes, sometimes here, sometimes down, sometimes there, sometimes there. That happens. Because we are in a path of meditation. That's what we call, right? So then one day, doesn't matter. It's always there. Whether you sit, it's there. Whether you walk, it's there. Whether you talk to somebody, your mindful awareness is always a joy and happy. Whether you go sleep in the night and the dream, it's always there. So that is the practice, you know. So therefore, so that is called the what? Therefore, Mahamudra is called the basic Mahamudra, the fundamental Mahamudra, which is very important for us. Have to understand it. Mahamudra is divided into 3 sections. Fundamental Mahamudra, the practice, the path of Mahamudra, then fruition, the result of the Mahamudra. The fundamental Mahamudra is what? The fundamental Mahamudra is our true nature of the mind, is already Buddha nature. It's already awakened, which is within in ourselves. That's called Buddha nature, the Tathagata Garbha in Sanskrit, right? The potential of the awakened is within us already. According to Buddhist philosophy, it's already been, how to say, the beyond the many eons, whatever, the previous many eons, you know, there's no boundary actually, you know. There's no beginningless. That's what it is, you know. The beginningless. Where it has come from, Buddhist philosophy said, it is beginningless. It is already within us. Every human beings, non-human beings, everyone has that Buddha nature, the potential. The potential is within us. It's a very important, of course, have to know that, you know. The potential is nothing come from the Buddha's blessings or the lineage blessings. It's already there. The blessing of the prayer, what it does, it opens. It's conditioned, like raining. You know, rain comes. And all the trees, the grass, everything, plants, and become a wake up. Right? It's very clear, isn't it? Right now, we see that. As soon as the water there, it's just waking up like that. Like a blessing is like that. You know, Guru blessing, the lineage masters, their blessing, their blessing, it's like a watering there. And then waking up there. But the seed is there, you know. If the seed is not there, how much you put the water, there's no going to be happen the flower. Right? No way, right? Every plant, the wonderful garden we have, if there's no seed, expecting the wonderful flower in the garden, no way. Right? Then the water is becoming just not so useful. The wasting water. So the seed, what I'm saying is the Buddha nature, the potential of Mahamudra is within us. That is very important to know. Matter of time, you know, some may take long practice, some may take short practice. You know, how much hard working? Some maybe needed less hard working. That is possible. You know, like for example, for Milarepa, took him a lot of hard work, right? A lot of hard work, the historical. And then there's many masters, his or her realization is different ways, you know. So that is the Buddha nature of, is the potential. One way, how to say, the Dzogpa Chenpo called, what you called, Kuntuzangpo, right? Samanthabhadra, Samanthabhadri. That means Kuntu means always, always pure, always wonderful, yeah. Pure nature. Our internal, deep level, heart and mind is always as pure. It is Buddha nature. That is supposed to, in order to waking up that Buddha nature, so therefore it is necessary to take a path. So therefore it is called the second part of the Mahamudra is what? Path of Mahamudra. The practice of Mahamudra. Right? Practice of Mahamudra is what? The simple you put it like a practice of calm abiding, practice of insight meditation, the vipassana, the practice of the Mahamudra, you know, Lakthong, we call the Lakthong practice. So those are the path of Mahamudra. Path of Mahamudra is like a what? The practice of refuge, like we did, practice of motivation, the prayer for measurable, love, compassion, joy, equanimities. Then another practice what? Generally speaking, in a Sutrayana, practice of 6 perfections, right? Practice of generosity, practice of ethics, practice of patience, practice of diligence, practice of meditation, the concentration, practice of wisdom. All the practices is part of Mahamudra. You know, they call the different way. Mahamudra and the Vajrayana Mahamudra as the traditional, and the Sutrayana's Mahamudra. Actually, the point is the same that you are talking about. Same point. Whether talk of Mahamudra, whether talk of Dzogpa Chenpo, the point is talking about the same thing. The potential Mahamudra and the path of Mahamudra. So therefore, depends on the understanding of the fundamental Mahamudra, depends on the path of Mahamudra practice. Depends on the practice, how we do it. You know? Like I mentioned the short meditation, like, which is everybody can do it, you know, very simple. So then in the Mahamudra, path of Mahamudra as one mind training, a few things are I like to, which is I always do. Let me I can speak that. There is maybe other many things there possible, which I like to share with you, maybe useful, rather than some of them I never practice, I don't know really much, you know. So which I practice is I can share some words that be very good. The path of Mahamudra, when we practice Mahamudra, like sitting Mahamudra, it is very important. In a sitting Mahamudra practice, there are few things are really and have to understand. When we sit, meditate, like relax, nature stay, then suddenly thought comes. So now what we have to do, we are talking about the path of Mahamudra, right? Practice of Mahamudra. What do we have to do? Just watch it. Just leave it itself. Try to not chasing after the thoughts. Whether it is good thought, whether it is positive thought, whether it is a negative thought, whether it is fear of the thought, whatever it is, whether it is attachment thought, whether it is aversion thought, There's a lot of different thought, whether it is loving thought, whether it's a compassion thought, whether it is a bodhicitta, enlightened mind thought, doesn't matter. Mahamudra point is, doesn't matter what that thoughts. Thought is a thought. Very simple it is. So then, do not follow after thought. That is one of the keeping in the meditators. Then, very important. Easy to say, do not follow the thought. The back now challenge part is how to do it. The how to do the method is the for me is when soon as you first it's very important to recognizing their thoughts. Do you realize recognizing their thought? Just relax, natural breathing again. Just watch it, breathe again, couple of times. Then the thought will disappear. Then go back to the again, natural state again. Any thought is like that. If we do try to thinking about the thought, and then we try to the second thoughts, try to antidote, then it doesn't work actually. The mind is very funny actually. The emotion part is very, very tricky subject, It's like very tricky. It has to be kind of very interesting insight to learn. So just watch it, deep breathing, be nice. That's very important. Yesterday we were talking about kindness. We have to be kind to the thoughts. That's very important. Many times meditators don't know how to be kind with the thoughts. Then it's big trouble after that. Any thoughts, we have to be kind with the thoughts. Kind with thought means it does not mean accept it. It does not mean reject it. Beyond accept it, beyond reject it. Just to watch it, be nice, breathe it, just relax. Just watch again. Then get better and better. Of course, it takes practice, right? So it takes practice again and again. So then realize it too. Then one day it's totally not chasing the thought. Second thing is not judging the thoughts. Many times we try to judge about the thoughts. Where it has come from, how it has come from, and such and such deed, and such an idea. I am so venerable, terrible myself, and great. See, then it gets a really bad kind of. That's what Mahamudra we call the chingpa, means binded. Binded by the thoughts. Like I always call this like, thought is like a mala. 108 thoughts. So then what's it like this? We're judging there. Then we try to again 100 thoughts. Then 108. So then you cannot really see the fingers anymore. The flower here, you not see it. Everything is minded. So then we are so tight here. Then not just that. Then what happens? After we judging thought, then there is more things. Then what we do is we hold. This is my way. I know this is very well. This is the truth. So we just hold, right? That's what Tibetan called the zinpa, right? Strong hold there. So then this become a really, really inside so tight in the heart. Doesn't open, cannot. So the meditation, what does? When we release the tightness, the holding part, then lose that. First time, second time, third time, fourth time, 10th time, 100th times, continue meditation. Then we're totally free. So that is general called how the mind become totally awakened. Mind is totally free. So those are the, in the Mahamudra practice, very important. Second thing is the practice of be kind to oneself, to thoughts, try to be nice as possible. Then become again and again practice again and again. Then become totally, meditation is whether we meditate or whether we do not meditate. The certain level comes. But until we reach that really kind of stabilizing, very well stable confidence, until then, have to continue practice, all the practices, 6 perfections, including everything, has to practice. So those are the, Mahamudra, or part of Mahamudra. It's a very, both important, fundamental Mahamudras, first understanding, then path, the practice of Mahamudra is very important. And then the result of the Mahamudra, creation Mahamudra, is what? The total result of the Mahamudra is then within oneself, it's become a very compassion rises. Loving kindness has become a boundless loving kindness. Doesn't have to be creating something. It's always natural like that, our body and the mind. Loving kindness is becoming boundless, and compassion has become boundless. The joy, the blissful, the joy, the happy, the peace is becoming boundless. It's nothing to do with any other things, actually. It's just to do with here. That's all. Everything is within, so light, within inside. So that is actually the real compassion. Boundless compassion rises. Bodhicitta, enlightened mind, is boundless, always. So that is actually now is a service to the benefit sentient beings comes, So that is called fundamental Mahamudra, and the path of Mahamudra, and the result of the Mahamudras. Also, those are the generally speaking about Mahamudras. Now, going point is here. The most important point is we all have to try to meditate. That's very important. Without meditation, there's no way. If somebody asks without meditation, realization, Mahamudra, Dzogpa Chenpo, the answer is yes, without meditation. Then the actual practice is time, it doesn't work that way. It didn't work for Milarepa either. You remember the Milarepa life story? Right? Beginning, he received all the teaching, Mahamudra, the Dzogpa Chenpo. He went back to sleep. day after day. Then he came back to see again teacher. The teacher noticed, the teacher Mahamudra noticed. The teacher asked what happened. Then Milarepa answered, remember? Milarepa answered saying, you say, it doesn't take hard working, it rises naturally. And then Milarepa says, I thought that was naturally rises. Then Milarepa said, I may have more time. I may have tomorrow I can do, or day after tomorrow I can do, day after I can do. That the Milarepa answer to the master. Then master thought, no, this is not my student. Doesn't work. Then he sent it to Marvalosa's, his teacher Marvalosa. Then Marvalosa gave him hard times to work hard. Then he realized, after that. So actually is some point has to be work hard. But in order to work hard, Mahamudra or any meditation, it has to be really skillful. That's very important. Not too hard for self. Certain time meditators, I notice certain inside meditators, they already for hours. It's a wonderful, but the one way, I don't know how. They needed some balance there. Short, let's say, few short time, maybe one morning, few short. If you are in a long retreat, and then it's different, that is the other cases. So also that is the my limit understanding of Mahamudra. And the Mahamudra is not just only meditation. This is I like to say. Not only the meditation. Okay? It has to be meditation. But Mahamudra is also as a form of education. From an education point of view, we have to study about the mind. It's very important. Educated point of view, we have to study about the mind. Mind and heart, the emotion, how it works. It's so wonderful somebody could meditate and realizing that's the best one. But those who could not, but then it's actually we needed kind of our system, education system, where we have to teach Mahamudra in an academic way. So that's why I'm going to say a few books here, which I myself study. Many of you already read already books are, so maybe give you some ideas, The originally Mahamudra text, the root text is called the Ganges Mahamudra. Ganges Mahamudra is originally come from Indian master Telopa taught. The root text, very concise. And there is many commentary about that text. I don't know how many commentary in English version. I seen a couple in Tibetan text, Tibetan language, and then maybe you can find. That is the original one, real Mahamudra teaching. There's many other ones too. These are the usually Mahamudra tradition of like a Kajupa lineage, the Milarepa lineage. Everybody believes that text is the original one, really. Then there's a Mahamudra text, the moonbeams of Mahamudra. It's called the moonlights. Moonlights or moonbeams of Mahamudra, which is the writer's name is called Tapotashi Namjal. Tapotashi Namjal wrote. The book is almost like this size, the very thick. It's a very wonderful text. It's very detailed about. It's very academic point. Then, of course, the practice is something, have to separate. So the academic, very good point there. Then Mahamudra, Tat Karma, Mahamudra prayer. That's a very short one, few pages there. That also has a commentary about it. Who wrote a commentary? That's very good. Tat Karma, Rangjung Dorje. Tat Karma is Rangjung Dorje, right? Karma Rangjung Dorje wrote. It's very they call it's a Mahamudra, but then the master, my own master, it says it's not only Mahamudra talking about. It's talking about Dzogpa Chenpo, the Rigpa's essence teachings there, and the Madhyamika, the essence, emptiness teachings in this prayer, the Mahamudra prayer says. Those are at least a wonderful book to read. Of course, many of you already read. Then there's another book, it's called Clarifying the Nature State. Clarifying the Nature State, which is also same writer, Dapotashi Namjar, which I read many times, at least 3-4 times. And I also transmission received too. So, which is also very good text. Not so much, those texts are not so much philosophy there. Those texts are very practical talks about it, how to do the practice in certain things, those are talks about. Then, of course, Mahamudra is not just this book. That's every traditional of the Mahamudra, like usually historically traditional of we call the Milarepa lineage, right? Gampopa has a Mahamudra teaching. Of course, Milarepa has all the songs teaching is about the Mahamudras, so then from there, many lineage of the Kajupa lineage, like Jikung Kaju lineage has a Mahamudra, Karma Kaju, Karmapa lineage has a Mahamudra, Drupa Kaju has a many Mahamudra, Shangpa Kaju has a many Mahamudra teaching texts, and then comes Dabrung Kaju, maybe you never heard about that word. There's many Kajupas there. Dabrung Kaju has many Mahamudras. So therefore, many Kajupa lineage has each of them have a wonderful texts are available. Very Mahamudra itself is become a study. It's a lot of text teachings there. So just to give you the thoughts about for myself also try to study, not just to practice too. It also helps a lot in order to teach other after we have to study, or very important. Study is keeps us alive, to read. Otherwise, just what I mean is all necessary, all are necessary, all are important. Is what I mean is, so therefore I sharing with you because of this, the Rime Center, the Rime Center means everything welcoming, simply what it means. Everyone's welcoming, everyone equally important. That's very important for myself too. So therefore I thought this all the Mahamudra teaching. In the Mahamudra lineage teaching, then other traditional Tibetan Buddhism also has a Mahamudra text too, not just only the Kajupa lineage. Okay? Now that's kind of small, narrow, haven't educated. Some people think, Kajupa has only a narrow, other than doesn't. No. Everybody has it. Everybody lineage. Or Sakyapa, Gilupa, or Sikolda, or this they have Nyingmapa has a Mahamudra too, teaching of Mahamudra. So that's very important. As we are in the field, wonderful field in the Rime Center, So that is the Rime Center means, actually that for me is the definition of Rime, the non-sectarian means so that way, So, well, I'm keep talking too long, so I'll let you talk. Anybody have some thoughts? Please.
And if anybody has a question, please use the microphone so people online can hear you. You've stunned us into silence.
Oh. Online people, anybody? No?
I'm not seeing any chats yet, so.
Okay. Yes. You have to please come in. Oh, thank you.
All of the texts that you mentioned, do you know if a lot of them have English translations? Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Rinpoche, we may actually have several books upstairs in our lending library and the gift shop if
Yes.
people are interested in
Wonderful.
this.
Yeah. These books are already in English. Available, you know? And some of commentary, I'm not sure. This the moonbeams, that English already books there, and this all the root texts come in English too. Then Ganges and Mahamudra commentary is a couple there. Those are available in the English. I'm not sure either. Couple there, okay. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Yeah. Okay, so yes. Yeah, he has some thoughts. Okay.
Rinpoche, you talked about the meditation on space, and I wonder if you could say a few words about, say we're gazing into space and there's a mountain there in front of us, and yeah, could you speak to that? What we do in relation to that?
Oh, thank you. So, the teachings of the Milarepa taught this Mahamudra meditation to one of his student, Dakini, name is called the Padram. You may be in the songs of Milarepa, you can go with that one. You know, Dakini, Padram Milarepa talk about Mahamudra meditation. When she is interested about the meditation, so Milarepa taught first. So Milarepa says, first, you know, sit somewhere comfortable. Your body rest like a mountain. You know, imagine your body is like a mountain. No moving. Okay? In the Kajupa lineage, no allowed to move actually. In some lineage they do like this always. But Kajupa, no. Every practice time, wherever you practice sadhana and any meditation, you just like sit like a mountain. Sit. So then Milarepa says, your body imagining like a mountain, as a strong, stable, you know, just relax there. Then Milarepa says, look at after that, open eye, look at the space, you know. Then she did meditation, look at the space. Continue for a couple of weeks. Then after some time, she come back to see Milarepa. And she says, Milarepa says, how are you doing? You know? She said, oh, very good meditation. You know? I enjoy it, looking at the space, looking at myself as a mountain, and look at, then she have a question. After that, she says, when I look at the space, there's a lot of cloud comes. Then Milarepa says, she says what to do with that. Then Milarepa, as I mentioned, look at the neck, continue to the space. Just look at, just watch it. You know, cloud, just look at there. So nothing to do, nothing follow, nothing judging, nothing grasping. The 3 point I might leave, right? No judge, not follow, not chasing after that, not judging, not holding, not craving. Just free from that, then watch again. Then it disappears, dissolves. All the cloud. Likewise, our thoughts like that. Then she keep meditating again and again, space. Then she realized that there's so many mountains and the trees and everything, so many things there, you know. So then she said, what to do with now? I see all this, you know, mountains and the trees and everything, the birds and the sound and so many things happening. Then Milarepa says, yes, everything going to be happening. You know, none of them can stop it because of the space. The energy of the space, the quality of the space of our mind and the heart, anything will arise. The thoughts. Likewise, the space, energy in our environment, everything, the Mother Earth is right there. Nobody can stop that part. It's going to be happening. Likewise, our own thoughts are naturally rises. Every thought has been already like a long time, few years, 20, 30 years, what we did, the thought come back. Maybe come back, maybe not. It doesn't matter. You know, that's the reality, nature. The energy of the true energy is like this. Energy of the subtle body energy, subtle energy of the breathing, subtle mind and heart energies, all those creates there, natural. You know, the many thoughts we notice sometimes have nothing to do with this lifetime at all. Unusual things happen, you know. So therefore, in the Mahamudra, in some Mahamudra prayer, it says, anything can be happen. Anything can be not happen. That's also possible. So therefore, look at their nature. Look at their true nature. Back, relax, and rest mind. That's all. Method is, when things arises, go back to the nature. Remain relaxed there. Relax our body. As a practice point of view, we have to relax our shoulders, relax our eyes, relax our breathings, relax our heart and mind. Rest it again like this. We'll continue. So then there is, continue, maintain that practices. Then in the Mahamudra says, what this says in the Ganges Mahamudra. Semla teso mena chaja chimoy. Tela kwamshin drina lamye chanchu to. You know, the mind is become a free thoughts. You know, you cannot really describe. It looks like this way or looks like that way, you know, totally free any thoughts. So then we are continue meditate. And Mahamudra teaching, Gangama, the Telupa said, then one day we reach enlightenment state, awakened state, completely awakened state. One day to completely awakened, to realize everything, their nature, our own, the body nature, the mind's nature, and the heart's nature, external environments, their nature, human beings, non-human beings, their true nature. You know, what is their true nature? To realize everything. So then mind has become a totally rich, true freedom. You know? So therefore, sometimes many masters said, and especially Shantideva, one advice there, Shantideva says, Samsung toshu matoba, toshu mambo jishicha. Shantideva says, protect your mind. That's huge statement. It's very good, you know. Or sometimes it's, of course, it's always important to protect our own mind, you know. So that's enough, right? Okay. Now,
Thank you for listening to the Rime Buddhist Center's Dharma Talk podcast. Music was provided by Barefoot Bran Music. Please consider supporting the Rime Buddhist Center by making a donation at our website at www.rimecenter.org/donate.